Hello, everybody. You're thinking, what is happening? What has happened to my accent? Recently I went to Arabia, and I came, and my accent, whatever. So I want to tell a story today. A story which is going to help many small kids who has yet to reach adolescence. And also, you are thinking the screen is too black. I know. Your thinking is dark. So you're looking dark. At the end of the video, if the screen is not white, that means it will be proof that your thinking is too dark. You are evil. So, this would be a long story. So grab your popcorn and watch it for the next 1 hour. This is a story of planet WNC-124. It is far away from Earth, about 120 million light years away. I know it's too far away. So there was a space traveler named Okinawa. Okinawa was very hungry once. He went to the park and saw a beautiful flower. Then the flower became too big. That flower was very hungry. That flower went flying across the whole world. Then the world became too large, and it extended the whole galaxy. And a galaxy became too small. Then the too small became galaxy. Galaxy means the Illuminati. Yes, you heard it right. Illuminati is on the galaxy. When the galaxy became flower, then the plant became flower. When the plant became galaxy, you getting it right? When the plant become galaxy, when the plant become galaxy, the plant laughing like this, ha. But everybody was thinking, why is he laughing? Everybody was confused. Why a plant life like this? Huh? Everybody was asking, but he didn't get the question. So he started staring at the audiences for 1 minute. After 1 minute, he started to realize that he was not alone. Everybody was within himself. He was just dreaming. And a dream became reality. Like a virtual reality. Okay. Then virtual reality become reality. It's a little bit confusing, but you know how physics works, right? Physics is just a reality of the conclusion of the virtual reality. Then a mouse appeared. You know, mouse, rat, like the mammal, moving around very fast. That one. A mouse appeared. And he actually ate the mouse. You know, like dinner, lunch, breakfast. He ate the mouse. So the mouse died. For real. Wait, I have to think. Then the mouse came out when he excreted. When the mouse came out, the mouse began to think the world is too big and I have to run. Then he began to run. He saw mountains, rivers, different kind of animals. Then the animals saw him. Then the eagle started looking at his eyes. Then eyes and eyes became pies. What is pies? Okay. Then it began to be, the story began to be very complicated afterwards. Like it went to quantum level. The rat actually time traveled. He time traveled to 2020. I mean, he went to the past. Then the large wormhole appeared. A planet appeared. Big planet. Then he was shocked. Then many aliens came out of the planet and attacked the rat. Then, the mouse. The mouse became rat. Okay. The rat actually defended himself from the space aliens. He killed them all. Then he died. After that, his children became big and they died. Obviously, it has no conclusion, right? No. Actually, he came to the future. That's why he died. He is actually alive at the past. In the past. He is actually alive. He is actually alive in the past. But the past and the future became present. Being present became very truthful. Truthful became past. Like E equals to MC square. But square is not equal to MC. Right? Like that. That is the story continued for 1 hour. The story continued for 5 minutes. Then once he ate so many rice. Once he ate the rice, then the rice became rat. Rice, R-I-C-E. Means Riatakatirikasinika. That means he come from Lord. Lord come from rice. I know. It's a boring story. It has begun to. It has begun to be boring, Wait. Then wait. I'm trying. Okay. When he tried to eat rice, the rice become wheat. Wheat and rice is same. The both are grass. Grass became very tall. Then it fell down to the earth. Then earthquake began. earthquake actually spread was spread all around the earth. Then the 9.2 Richter scale earthquake began to shake the whole earth. Earthquake shaking the whole earth. Yes. Then earthquake was so much bigger. It began to shake the whole solar system. Then solar system began to form new planets. Then the new planets began to form life, and life began to form planets. It was really, hard for them to make such a big solar system. I know it's hard. But, the story continues for 1 hour. I have to say something, okay? Yeah. The sun was actually the sun was actually very bright. It began to be so bright. It was like a light bulb in our house. It was like a light bulb in a room. Okay. It feels boring again. Okay. The sun became mountain. And a mountain began to think, oh, I became sun. Then the sun began to think, oh my God, what I am doing? I have to go out of this place. He went to the outer part of the dimension. He met many multi-dimension multi-dimension beings. That was very offensive, aggressive to him. They attacked him, and everything began to began to. Then afterwards, a new dimension emerged. New life form began to develop. Life form became life. What am I telling? Then the story continues. Okay. Actually, the sun was thinking for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes gone, he again began to think for 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes is too much. A new life form emerged. A spaceman began to challenge him. He then was being challenged by a spaceman. Then he became spaceman. The spaceman continues to. The spaceman begins to explore the whole universe. He found a big planet. The planet's name was W1C12485. It was very challenging for him. It was very mysterious. He traveled at light speed and began to think, why am I traveling? Then he traveled for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, he began to think, why am I traveling? Then he started to think the whole existence. Actually, the boy Okinawa was dreaming. Okinawa thought like that. But it was not actually the reality. He came out of the dream. He came out of the dream. He went to search for food. He was very hungry. He began to search for food. He found a mushroom. But the mushroom was too big for him to eat. Then the mushroom began to think, why he's going to eat me? Huh? Then Okinawa replied, no, I'm not going to eat you. Then the mushroom told, no, you have to eat me, or I will eat you. Then Okinawa thought, it's better to play games. He went to play games. He played so well, he became the sports star of the nation. He began to think, why didn't I get admitted to sports school? At least I could be better at sports. But he was better at sports. But he wasn't realizing that he was also very bad. He began to think. He began to realize, actually, that he was very bad. I mean, he was good and bad. But you have to know both cannot be same. So he became good. He became so good. He became a holy person. But after being holy person, he was too bored. He began to think, why the hell am I holy person? Yes, he was thinking like that. Then everybody starts laughing at him. Then the laughing was too much that the hall began to crumble. The whole hall was being shook by earthquake. The earthquake was too much. About a 9.3 Richter scale. It began to move, spread out of the universe. Like to different multiverse. It was a multiverse earthquake. Then the earthquake began to think, why the hell I'm so much heavy? Then he became heavy. Then heavy began to think, why? Yes, you know it. So everything came down to settlement. The moral of the story began to rise. The awakening of Okinawa was very high. At a very high level. Okinawa thought, oh yeah. It is good for me to stay hungry. But I got no food. Why? I should eat. So he spent $2-3 and he began to eat at a good restaurant. He ate a kebab. But after eating kebab, he excreted everything. After excreting, that excretion became manure for the crop. and the crop began. The crop was harvested. Then again, the cycle was on. I see bags all over the place. I see garbage all over the place. The Okinawa said, but Okinawa was very hungry. Actually, who is Okinawa? I'm going to tell you. He is from Japan, a place from planet W124. Yes, he was born to a different planet. Yes, you heard it right. He was very intelligent. He began to think, why am I very intelligent? Then the question began to think itself. The question began to question itself. Why the hell is this? This place looks like a havoc. The whole system was, it looked like it was after the apocalypse. I think my accent is starting to change. Okay, but I am changing my accent every day. Now it's mixing a little bit Filipino and little bit of Middle East and little bit of Latino. But okay, then what the Okinawa think of thought of getting food, right? Yes. He went to the jungle. He saw a cave. That cave was full of jewelries, full of gold. Then he went inside the cave. You know what he saw? It wasn't a cave. It was just a dream. It was daydreaming. Okay, by the way, he's in the jungle. Okay. After he went to search for food, he saw a lion. That lion was very hungry. Then Okinawa was very hungry too. So there was a verbal fight, not like physical fight. The lion told him, why do you want food? I want food. Why the hell do you want me to copy? You were copying me, he said. Then Okinawa said, you are copying me. I'm hungry, then you're hungry. Then why? This situation was very complicated, They both began to fight, but not a verbal fight, physical fight. Yes. Okinawa was very big, but the lion was very small. So the lion began to meow. Then Okinawa began to kick him. But, lion can be very, social. So lion brought many of his partners. Many partners came to attack him. Okinawa was very, good in martial arts, so everything was not defeated. He was defeated at last. Every lion that killed him, Okinawa died. The lion thought, oh, he died so easily. Lion thought, no, we have to eat him. Then the lion began to question himself, because he was hungry, but he didn't want to kill him. Then Okinawa was thinking, why they are killing me? Then Okinawa thought he died. But he actually died. No, Okinawa went to heaven. He saw hell there. He went to hell and knocked the door, and beautiful lady appeared. Lady said, "Do you want some cookies?" Then Okinawa replied, "Yes, yes, I am very hungry, although I don't have body now." Then the lady said, "No, no, you have the body. You are stupid." Then they were both verbally fighting again. The lady had long nails, so she attacked him first. Then Okinawa died. Okinawa thought he died, but he actually died. He went to heaven. Then in heaven he saw hell. He knocked the door of the hell, but nobody appeared because he didn't check. The door was locked. I mean, he was stupid, stupid as hell. So, as hell stupid, hell is stupid, right? Then hell becomes stupid. Then stupid began to think, why am I stupid? Huh? Then stupid knew one thing, that everything was planned. Everything is not, real. He started to question the whole question. And he began to question the whole existence. Why he's there. Then he began to space travel. He began to space travel. He saw many black holes. He saw white holes. Holes and holes, everywhere holes. He saw galaxies. He saw nebulas. So many things, but he was thinking of one thing. Why he's traveling? Then the traveling actually thought why he was traveling. It is a higher level consciousness. You guys will not understand it because this movie is made out of this was made in 11th dimensional dimension. You stay in 3 dimension, but I stay in 11th dimension. That's why anything can happen. So you may think this story has no relation. I think you're laughing right now, but it is true. In 11th dimension, everything is opposite. Anything can happen. So when he started to think, why the hell am I in the hole? The cave. No, the cave story is gone right now. Yes, he was thinking the infinite amount of energy. Then the energy was too much high. He went beyond the light speed. Then he was recording time with his smartphone. Yes, it is possible when you go beyond the light speed. I will go beyond light speed. Our civilization always go light speed. You guys will not understand this. Okay. Anyways, I have been telling you that 11-dimensional beings are really different. And yes, I am an 11-dimensional being. Yes, you heard it right. How? Actually, the infinity also can think. Anything can think. It's a little bit confusing, but I know you're a bit okay. Let's go to the story. Then He was traveling too fast. He went beyond the light speed. He saw many things like a wormhole, black hole, white hole, so many holes in the holes. Then he uh, he went to the future. He saw himself in the mirror. He thought how mirror came in front of me. Then the mirror can also talk, right? You know it. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who are the all? Okay. While while thought it was he who was thinking about me. Then he also thought he also thinking about me. Then both was thinking. Then both became one. Those one was all over the place. He was like he was in the mobile phone. He was in the land. He was in the ocean. He was even in the spaceship. Then he saw everything was good in other multiverses, but there was something called Earth. He began to look at the planet Earth. Planet Earth was very, tempting. They look at the Earth and they become mad. So that's why they become very hungry again. They came to Earth and saw many different delicious food. They began to eat everything. They once ate metal, like I think it was mercury. Yes, they thought it was a tasty food, but it was metal. So they ate and ate. They went to police station once. Then police station was very upset. One of the police said, "Why are you coming to Earth and why you are eating so much food?" They began to question themselves. Why am I eating food and coming to Earth? Yeah, they then began to think. Yeah. We should go to our planet and return to multiverse. Then actually the multiverse came and told them, gave them advice that you should not think like that. They gave he gave them the multiverse gave them a chance. They made he made a new universe. Then the new universe was very good for them. So the universe was very big, and hey, we should not call it is a universe. Actually, a verse, just a dimension. Then they was happily inside that verse. But after, the multiverse was very wrong about not giving them food. Then food became the multiverse. But the multiverse became very hungry then, because you need the food to survive, right? Yes, then okay. Then now my accent became like a South Indian accent. I told you. I told you that my accent changes every time. Okay. The world is too big for him. He began to eat his saliva. saliva became water. Water became ice. Then ice became ice became like air, and air became water. So his saliva became water. He was wondering how did the water become saliva? The saliva asked himself, how this is possible? Then a possibility arises. When there arises possibility becomes arisement. Then the amusement park and become arisement. I went to the park, and the park became a amusement. Then everything became saliva. The thing is, nobody will know when the bacteria comes in the saliva. And the saliva becomes so much sticky that saliva becomes so much sticky that one can chew with the chewing gum. And it can work as a super glue too. Then he becomes so much hungry that he went to eat a bird's eggs. Then the egg became hungry. So egg asked himself, how am I hungry? I must be egg. Then the egg was confused. Then confusion arises. Then confused become confused. So both were confused. Then everything came to one place. Then the one place become confused. Once he was now we come to Okinawa again. Okinawa was so hungry. He went to other planet with his spaceship. He traveled across the whole galaxy and found one planet that was full of biscuits. Then he came. No. He landed to the planet. Landed. Then he found biscuits talking to him. Biscuit said, why do you want to eat us? And Okinawa said, because I'm hungry. I've been hungry for millions of years. Okay. The biscuit says, okay, you can eat me. Only if you eat us. Okinawa said, okay, fine. Then Okinawa began to eat the whole planet. Then the biscuit said, no. You should not eat the whole planet. You should eat the whole galaxy. Then the biscuit began to form a relationship. Good friendship with Okinawa. They both ate the whole planet. And Biscuit became hungry. When Biscuit became hungry, both ate each other. He traveled across the universe and found one planet which was exactly what he found it years ago. And he began to think, what what is this happening? Actually, what was it? It was happening. Actually, it was Okinawa that is daydreaming. Everything was a daydream. Actually, the how Okinawa was dreaming is he was dreaming inside a dream. So he was falling into a abyss of dreams. Now, in the real world, Okinawa was very hungry. So he went to the shop, and the shop went to Okinawa. The shop asks him that, will you eat chocolate or will you eat food? Okinawa said, yeah, but chocolate is also food, isn't it? But shop says, yeah, it is. But you must keep a dog with you. And the dog came, and Okinawa, got a dog, and a pet dog, domestic dog, from the shop. I didn't pay the money, but he was a very good boy. Then the boy became good. When everything was settling down, it was too heavy for settling it out. So the stones kept, sinking down, deeper down the ocean. The ocean was too deep. So depth became the story of the memory, and memory of the story. When everything was blurring, he kept, adding colors. He became electric. He was building the electric buildings, and he fell down with a rope. Actually, what Okinawa did is did a whole new job with the, geology of the rock. When the rock was too good to eat, he then cooked so many delicious food, so many delicious tires. Yes, the tire was very helpful for cars, but it wasn't ready for racing. So that's why he began to think, why, why the whole universe is acting like a strange thing. He then realized everything he's been doing is recorded in a camera. The camera recorded him. The camera also had the consciousness to think himself. Camera thought, oh, I've been recording him for so long. What has he given me, huh? I should take something from him. When you start to think that what am I doing in this channel, you will know that you're wasting time, too much time. There's a lot more secret in this movie also, but you have to listen it to grab the whole story. Yeah, this is 1 hour movie. It's too much, I know. But you have to. But you have to think. What will you do in life? Will you listen to Kusu Man? Or do something, learn something, or, entertain valuably that is more valuable in YouTube? You have to think. Do not waste your time in Kusuman channel. Okay. Now Okinawa was very hungry. He went to doctor, asking him for some food. Then the doctor said, I don't sell food. Only one guy, only one profession sells food, and that's engineering. Then Okinawa was shocked. How engineering sells food? Then the food began to talk. No. Engineering does sell. Then the engineering became the basis of food production. Food, still Okinawa was very hungry. He began to laugh. I will not get food for thousands of years. Then the engineering laughed. You will not get food for millions of years, not thousands. Then Okinawa laughed again. He told engineering and the food that I will be hungry for 1 billion years. You know what happened next. The food told Okinawa that you will be hungry for 1 year. Okay. Okinawa said, okay, that's so bad for me. Then Okinawa walked to far away from home. He began to realize that actually he were hungry, but he was hungry, but you know, it was not the truth. Actually, he was thirsty. This is the twist of this movie. He was actually thirsty. Then the thirst began. The crow saw him. The crow began to think, oh, he's thirsty. And every single atoms started to think, oh, what is happening? I've been tricked by everyone. Tricked by everyone, huh? Then the Earth began to tell everyone in the universe, no. What you've been thinking is right. Absolutely wrong, Earth said. Then what Okinawa will do? He sat down under a tree. Then the tree also, felt very hungry. How this happened? Now, it is a very great, big mystery. Okinawa hired a detective. The detective started to investigate. After investigating, he found that there were two bacteria, simple bacteria, that were harming the horse. Because the horse was, farting methane. The whole earth was very globally warm. Then the warmness began to arise in him, and he became the hunger. So he knew how to do it. He began to think in the light speed. that he broke the barrier of light speed. He then, what he did, he was sitting down a river, sitting near a river, but the river was too far, about 2,000 kilometers from him. It was so far that even moon cannot reach it. But he fell asleep. He slept for so many days. He slept for so many days that he was bored of life. He went with his bike. He went with his bike and traveled the whole universe. Actually, multiverse. He began to think, oh, why am I traveling? Then Okinawa came. He asked the doctor, why are you traveling? The doctor said, who are you to ask me? You are my father. Then he became father. Father was so hungry that he ate 2 kilos of chocolate. He ate so much that even elephant couldn't digest it. The digestion was so much strong that it actually nothing came out of his body. Yeah, you know what I mean. Okay. Then he tried to think, why am I so hungry and I ate all this shit? Okay, then he started to think, why? Ah! This story is going to be very long. Okay? This is a boring story. Okay, anyways. Okinawa was very hungry. Oh no, he was actually thirsty. He began to drink some cold drinks. But the cold drink went so deep in the black hole that the drink came out of the white hole. Then and everything was warped in space time. Everything became water. Then the water became air. Then air became water. Okinawa was challenging a ant for the ant, little creeps. The ants. He challenged them. So the ants ate him. Ants ate Okinawa for 2 days. Then Okinawa said, oh, why I died? Only my body is left. So he got back the body. He went to the doctor. Oh, the ants were very hungry. Feed them. Doctor gave them biscuits. Then the biscuits gave doctor. Everything was fine until an asteroid came and hit the planet. Then the planet was destroyed. Everything. Only 99.99% left. Only 99.99999%, something like that, left. That was good part of the planet. The asteroid was 80% bigger than the planet, but planet survived. Then he began to think, why is this happening? Then he asked himself, what is this, huh? You're joking with me? Then everything crumbles down. Everything added with the flavor become energy. When there was only 2 liters, 2 liters of blood. See the neck before the batcha. When everything came down, everything became one. Truthful became one. One was one, and nothing was down. Okay. It was so much complicated for everyone to understand. Nothing came close to that, understanding. Okay, when everything became too hard, Okinawa was very hungry. And he became hungry so much that he started to eat the burger. Then the burger was too hungry. Everything became very clear that he was hungry. Then hunger became hunger. Then hungry became hunger. And everything came down to one place. Oh, what am I doing? Like this. What is that? Okay. He asked it. Why? Huh? Why are you doing? He never asked it. What is happening to my accent? What? No. When the became got the future of everything. He has the immense power to do everything in his world. Okinawa was very hungry, and he saw 2 policemen that was very powerful. Now, the story continues to a new story. That was obviously one story, but it became too obvious that it is not going anywhere. He became too intelligent. Then he tried to defend himself. He was too powerful. He had the magic. He met one guy who was very powerful, and he started to fight with him because of hunger. He gave him one punch. Then he was spinning around for 2 weeks. Several years ago, that the guy was a form which was very powerful. But he had no achievements. His principles were very, very fashionable. very fashionable. He had the dominance, but he had no, belief. He was the greatest thinker of all time. But he moved to he moved to another planet when he was only 3 months old. When he was 250%, he began to think, why everything is going like this? His goal was a bit different from his predecessor. He wrote a book which intelligently describes his knowledge. He was famous. Then he fought across the whole universe. And Okinawa was very hungry. He had a DNA test of both of them. He was only 20 years old. But even though he was 20 billion years old, he looked like 20 years old. He came from planet FX1618, where stock market was too high. Then those phenomena was considerably, under the guidelines of different climate changes. When the last Titan was put at the 1971, and on Earth, the market was, very advanced. His power was too high. He was too much mystical. He was under attack because big machines with the advanced computers laughed at him. They showed no respect for the loss. They were wrong. They were wrong, They invested a lot of things, which was only 99% out of 100. They began to think, why? Why is this happening? Then the story continues. Then Okinawa realized that it wasn't the real world. He was dreaming. Yes, the moral of the story is about dreaming. It was all dream. He was just 12 years old kid. Strange story, right? After 1 hour you get it. This was everything about dream. Actually, we also feel like this. Kosuman means me, I. I describe this story as if it was a dream. I think it was more than a movie. It was the realization of a dream. But you exist, right? Okinawa wasn't the real character in this. You were the real character. You were hearing this for 1 hour. So you are experiencing the dream. So you are real. Yes. That's the moral of the story. Thank you for watching. And please subscribe.